I'm keeping a poker face. So you're not gonna know from the jump if I like this movie or not. Ha! The moment is finally here. Avengers Infinity War. It sounds so funny saying that I'm reviewing this movie right now, but I'm reviewing it. I'm gonna do this thing Tyrone Magnus mullet style, okay? I'm a big fan of Tyrone Magnus, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I took his format and how I'm gonna review this movie. So I'm gonna do non-spoiler first, alright? And then when I get into the spoiler talk, I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna give you a warning. If you haven't seen it, then stop it. But first, I'm gonna do my spoiler-free review. So, Avengers Infinity War. Rashad G, how did you feel about this movie? Here's my poker face again. Alright. I was counting the amount of nerdgasms I was having when I was watching this. Holy shit. This movie was the illest. This thing was everything I wanted Avengers Infinity War to be. From the moment the movie opened up, something happened where I'm like, damn, I kind of called this, man. Me and my boy was talking about it, and I called that it was going to open like that. So even though it didn't surprise me, it was still satisfying to see that my theory came to pass. And from beginning to end, this movie did not let up. This movie did not let you go. Even in the times where there were down times, where there was no action going on, there was still scenes that it was engaging. It was stuff that was like, it just tugged at the heartstrings. And I loved every moment of this film. Like, there's not one minute where I could say I was bored, or I wasn't into it, or I was checking my phone. No. And I was nervous going into this because I'm like, this movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes long. So I'm like, damn, I gotta prepare myself. This is a long ass movie. So yeah, I didn't drink much water because I didn't want to go to the bathroom. I made sure I had something on my stomach so I didn't have to leave and go to the concession stand. I prepared myself. And when it comes to long movies, I don't like sitting in those chairs for a long time, even though it's a recliner. But this movie did not feel like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Like, this movie, I didn't want it to end. I wanted to see more. Like, this movie was so good. If this shit would have went on for 3 hours, over 3 hours on some Godfather type shit, man, I'd have been down for that. That's how much I love this movie, man. And big ups to the Russo brothers, man. Big ups to the Russo brothers. They did their thing to take a movie like this and to balance all of these characters. Like, Joss Whedon had he had an obstacle where he had to balance, you know, Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man, and, you know, all those characters. He had a hard enough job doing that. But in this movie, you have more characters, you have more scenarios, you have so many things going on, and I feel like they directed this thing beautifully, as an Avengers Infinity War movie can be directed. Directing wise, this shit was flawless. The comedy hit where it was supposed to hit, because a movie of this magnitude is serious, it's dark, but yet it still keeps its Marvel comedy, and it's not force-fed down your throat like some movies, okay? Almost like Guardians, or sometimes with Thor Ragnarok, even though I love Ragnarok, but you can tell the comedy was laid on thick. But the comedy in this movie worked, and to me, all the jokes landed. Like, sometimes you say, well, you know, that joke didn't land, or that joke didn't land. No, all the jokes landed. I loved everything about this. Even the Guardians, who sometimes the Guardians of the Galaxy can be kind of annoying, but in this movie, I feel like their comic relief worked, especially Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. I thought he was really, him and Drax worked so well together. Rocket, I mean, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy, man. And everybody, almost everybody, but everybody had their moment to shine in this movie. I say almost everybody, and this is the spoiler-free part, so I'm not gonna lay any spoilers on that right now. But yeah, almost everybody had their moment to shine. Thanos. This dude right now is on the level of Darth Vader. Josh Brolin absolutely killed it as Thanos. A couple of scenes where I seen him moving, you could tell it was CG, but for the most part, when they did the close-ups and the emotion and the looks on his face, you just knew, like, I really, like, he was a character. He was a character, And not only was he a menacing villain, like he wasn't a one-dimensional villain, like he had layers to him. And there were moments where I kind of felt bad for Thanos, like I felt for him. And that's weird saying that because this is the Mad Titan. This is the guy that like damn near crushes the whole Marvel universe, and he just wants to wipe out the world. But when you really look into his character and see his motivations and everything, you do feel bad for him at times. And I'm like, shit, I like this guy as a villain. Like, how come Marvel can't get it right with villains all the time like this? Like, they got it right with him. So far this year, Marvel villains have been 2 for 2. Killmonger was the shit, and Thanos was the shit, alright? 2 for 2 so far. Hopefully Ant-Man and the Wasp can keep it going. So, you know what? Spoiler-free talk, man. This was a great film. I highly recommend it, man. But there's one thing that keeps me from giving this movie an A+. Just one thing. But this movie is a solid A. Almost an A+. But there's one reason why I can't give it an A+, and I'm about to get into that in the spoiler talk. But I give Avengers Infinity War. Why do I keep feel like I'm saying Infinity? Avengers Infinity War, I give it a solid A. So far, man, the best movie of this year. It's up there with Black Panther. I say it surpasses Black Panther. My daughter would disagree. Me and my daughter went to go see it, and we had a great time watching it. She liked Black Panther more, but for obvious reasons, she has a crush on Chadwick Boseman, so she was a bigger fan of Black Panther the movie. So now, spoiler talk. I'm about to get into spoilers here, okay? So this is your spoiler warning. I'm gonna give you a few seconds. I'm gonna say it again. This is your spoiler warning. I'm about to get into spoilers right now. The way the movie opens up was exactly the way I expected it to. I said, okay, but you know, I'm not gonna act like I'm special because I'm sure a lot of other people call this shit too. But you know, I knew that Thanos and his crew was gonna get on Thor's ship. Everybody was gonna be dead, okay, and he was gonna have Thanos is gonna have Thor by the head, okay, telling Loki to give up the scepter or else I'm gonna kill Thor. Played out exactly the way I thought. Even with Thanos killing Loki, I saw that coming, but it was still heartbreaking to see because even though Loki is a villain, but he was still a likable villain, and it was kind of messed up to see him go. But then again, Loki was supposedly dead in Thor: The Dark World, okay? So with the way Marvel does things, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring Loki back. But as of right now, Loki is a goner, and I called it. So now Thor is on a mission now to get revenge for the death of his brother. And Thor, I thought Thor was I think Thor was kind of the standout in this movie somewhat because Thor, you know, first of all, he wanted to get revenge on Thanos for what he did, so Thor really had a reason to kill Thanos. And I think that he had the most kick-ass scene at the end when they had the Battle of Wakanda. I think Thor really stole that shit because Thor came in there with that new hammer that group made and just boom and just smashed everything, man. So I think Thor was a standout, man. And as far as who gave Thanos the best fight, yeah, Thor and Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange got some nice licks in there too. Thor got his licks. Now this is the reason why I couldn't give the movie an A+. My boy, the Hulk. They did my boy Hulk dirty in this movie, man. Like, look, Hulk got no love. Hulk got no love at all. Like when the movie opened up and all that shit was going on, and then when your boy yelled out, when Loki yells out, we have a Hulk, and boom, Hulk gets in there. Bam, 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 going at it. And I'm like, oh shit, like I'm losing my mind right now. I'm like, yes, yes. And Thanos, with 2 stones now, beats the fuck out of Hulk. Like when he hit Hulk that one time, and Hulk kind of like looked like he never felt no shit like that before. But Thanos, you know, in all respect, man, Thanos did have the Power Stone, so I think without the Power Stone, I think Hulk would have gave him a better fight, possibly. But the fact that Thanos beat Hulk so bad to where he could have killed him, and the shit that bothers me was, okay, he beat the shit out of Hulk with 2 stones, right? Later on, he gets 5 stones, and Tony's able to hang with him. Okay, Tony gave Thanos a better fight than Hulk did. And then the part where, in the trailer where everybody got mad with Thanos, you know, he's reaching for Cap and Captain America caught his hand. Everybody was mad like, okay, how the hell is Cap going to have the strength to catch Thanos' hand when he's coming down like that, and like, no, no. But I gave the benefit of the doubt. I said, you know what? I said maybe Cap got a hold of one of the stones and it made him stronger, or maybe Thanos was toying with him. But no, it played out just like it played out in the trailer, and Cap actually caught the shit. So you trying to tell me that Cap and Iron Man, strength-wise, are on the same level as Hulk? And that's with 5 stones, and the Hulk fought him with 2 stones, and Thanos beat the fuck out of him? That made me mad. That's where I was like, you know what? This movie is lucky. I love it because I was in the theaters. I was shouting. My daughter got embarrassed and she actually sunk down in her seat. I was mad, okay? That made me mad. And the fact that we saw Hulk no more in the movie. Hulk was nowhere to be seen. Like he would try to change into him, but Hulk was like, no. Hulk didn't want no more Thanos, man. Thanos had Hulk shook, and I'm like, damn, like they made my boy a sucker, man. I guess that's why they left him out of all the marketing stuff, man, because they made Hulk a sucker, and I didn't appreciate that, man. But that's why I said everybody had their moment to shine except for Hulk. Hulk was not seen again. Even the money shot in the trailer, we didn't see that. Hulk never changed, and I just knew, like everybody else, that Hulk was, when he got jumped by all those things, when he was in the Hulkbuster suit, I just knew he was going to jump out, he was going to fuck shit up, but nah, we didn't get that. He stayed as Banner. So that was my thing. That's the reason why I couldn't give Infinity War an A+, was because of that. But other than that, this movie was flawless. Everybody shined. Like, I loved Spider-Man's new suit. Doctor Strange, he gave Thanos a run for his money. I was nervous when Thanos stuck Tony. I was like, damn. I'm like, no. I'm tapping my daughter like, no. They killed Tony. Oh shit. I thought he was a goner. I thought Cap was a goner. Okay. But we did have some casualties. Like, you know, we were warned people were gonna die. We were gonna have some casualties. So we lost Loki. We lost Gamora, which was sad as hell. Like, that scene was so powerful, and that's when you really saw a side of Thanos where, I don't want to say a sensitive side to him, but he has a heart, you know, because he loved Gamora like his daughter. And it was such a powerful scene because Gamora just thought this, you know, he was evil, there was no good in him. So when Red Skull told him, oh yeah, Red Skull, looking like Skeletor, yeah, he was in the shit. I was surprised. When he told him that the only way you can get the Soul Stone is that you have to kill the thing that you love, and Gamora laughed like, you don't love nothing, I'm good. And when he turned around, them crocodile tears came down his face. I was like, oh shit, like he really loved his daughter, man. And so that was a powerful scene when he actually had to throw her off the thing and kill her, man. Like that kind of got me a little bit, man. There were a couple of scenes like that got me, man. I'm just going off the top of the dome, so I know there's going to be some things that I'm going to forget, but just the things that stood out to me. That battle in Wakanda, I thought was epic. Thanos was an epic villain. I loved him. Now, the question is, what happened to everybody? Like, everybody was disappearing like in the ashes. Like War Machine, Bucky, Samuel Jackson at the end, which was funny as shit because he was saying motherfucker before he went. When Peter Parker disappeared, that shit kind of got me too because, you know, even though he's Spider-Man, he's still a kid at the end of the day, and he was scared. He was holding on to Tony like, no, like, I don't want to die. So it's like my daughter was like, damn, like, did they die? I'm like, I don't think these characters are dead. I think Thanos probably took them to another dimension maybe or something. I don't know. Like, maybe it's something in the comic book I don't know about because honestly, I didn't read the Infinity Wars comics, so I don't know. But I'm assuming that they're not dead because that's a lot of characters they killed. And especially Black Panther. Black Panther gotta get a sequel, so I know they can't kill him yet. But it ended on a note where it was a continuation, okay? My child didn't appreciate that, okay? She was like, she didn't like the way the movie ended, but I appreciated the way it ended because it does set up for the second Infinity War. And it's like, damn, okay, how are they gonna stop Thanos with all these stones? And I guess according to the comic, Adam Warlock is the one that actually stops him. And now they introduce Captain Marvel. So I guess that's going to come into play also. When you talk about who stole this film, Thanos to me is the guy. Like, Thanos is that Darth Vader villain that we wanted in Marvel for so long. So all the hype, all the teasing of Thanos, it paid off because they did a great job with him, and the Russo brothers did a great job. Like, these guys are the shit. If Marvel ever loses them, they're gonna be in some big ass trouble, okay? So I cannot wait to see this movie again. What did you guys think of Infinity War? I'm still busting nerdgasms as I speak. This movie was the shit. Comment below what you thought, man. Comment freely. Thank you for watching. As always, this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video. Hulk got smashed.